Hey everyone, welcome back to Mr. Howell's Classroom, where today we're going to be doing UFLI Lesson 93, Day 2, where we are talking about augh. Kind of like when you see a cute puppy, you go, augh. These are the spellings that will hear augh in words. So let's check them out. We're going to start with our new concept review, so let's take a look at it. So augh, like awning, the kind of cover that goes over the windows, we will see it in AW a lot. So let's take a look. AW in the middle of words like lawn and hawk. And at the end of words like paw and law. But we can also see them at the beginning of words like aw. Or I said yesterday like awkward. So we can see that as well. Moving on. Aw can also be like AU. We won't really find at the end of words. We will find them in the middle mostly. So in the middle of words like hall and fault. Let's look at the next one. Okay, so the AUGH, that's what I was talking about. The AUGH says on. You may be like, well, what about the G and the H? Well, as we've learned in the long I lessons, GH in the middle of a word doesn't make a sound at all. So you just hear the AU, but for the spelling pattern's sake, it has GH. So we have to be very careful with this one. Let's take a look at words that this is in. In the middle of words like caught. Anywho, moving on. So these are our spellings for aw. Okay, so we have AU, AW, and AUGH. Awesome. Let's read together. Fault, draw, saw, taught. Good. Let's do our word work. So this is where my friends have their boards out. I'm going to pull up my board and we're going to get writing. All right, so we're going to do word ladder. So I'm going to start with a word and then we're going to kind of change it letter by letter, sound by sound, okay? So the first one we're going to write is flaw. Full, aw. Now this one is at the end, so we can tell it's AW, pretty simple. But we're going to change flaw to claw, coal. So I just needed to change that. Coal, aw. Now we're going to change claw to law. Oh, so all I need to do is erase that. Oh, aw. Okay, now we're going to change law to saw. Like I have to cut the wood with a saw. S, aw. Okay, now we're going to change saw to paw. P. Paw Patrol, be there on the double. Okay, paw. Change paw to pawn. Pawn. P-aw-n. The littlest chess piece. Or like if you trade something in to get money, you can go to the pawn shop. Anyway, pawn. Change pawn to lawn. I need to go mow the lawn. O-aw-n. Now we're going to change lawn to back to law. Obey the law. Law. So I need to get rid of that. Then we're going to change law to raw. Like you don't want to eat raw meat. It can make you sick. Change raw to draw. That's what my friends in this class love to do. Dur, aw. There's a blend there. Change draw to drawl. Drawl. Dur, all. Drawl is like if you kind of have a little bit of an accent, you have a southern drawl. Kind of change it. Anyway. Change drawl to crawl. Cur. And then last but not least, we're changing crawl to crawls. The baby crawls. If it was the other one, we could have said the babies crawl. It's subject-verb agreement we were just talking about. But anyway, we are moving on from this, and we are going to go into our irregular words. Now today, we have 6 to review, and we have 2 new ones to learn. So let's take a look at the ones we need to review, starting with floor. Kind of got the or going on here. It's not spelled like or, but it is or. Next one is pour, same thing, and the next one is door. One, which has a schwa, one. What about this one? Sun, also and then the last one, got another schwa there. So let's do the 2 new ones. If you want to practice spelling those ones, you can. We're going to do the 2 new ones. The first one is hour. This one is a fun one because this does say ow, We haven't talked about it yet, but it does say ow. This doesn't say anything. The H is silent here. So, hour, like, it's going to take me an hour to get there. This is how you spell that. There is another way to spell, actually, there's a word that sounds very much like hour, if you're not saying it like that. But hour, you don't hear the H, and then the OU says ow together. So, there's that. All right, moving on to the next one. Minute. Okay, so this one's fun too because minute. That sounds like an I instead of a U. And this doesn't say anything, but it's not a sneaky E, so it should say something, but it doesn't. So that's why it's weird. So say minute. Minute and hour. Those are both times of, those are measurements of time. So there's that. Cool. All right, moving on. If you want to practice spelling, go ahead. But we're going to move into our last section, connected text, where we're going to read. So boys, I always yawn at this late hour. Girls, she taught me to draw what I saw. Okay, everyone. I picked up more sauce at the last minute. Awesome. Cool. Now we're going to get into our decodable text. So, take a look. If you want to stop and pause and find all the ahs you see, like Audrey, you could, but we're going to move on. Trip to the zoo. Audrey and Willow could not wait to see all the animals at the zoo. As they reached the entrance, Audrey paused and asked, "Did you bring the tickets?" "Yes, I have them right here," said Willow. The first display they visited was full of birds. "Look at that pretty macaw. Its wings are like a rainbow," exclaimed Audrey. "I see the macaw," responded Willow. "But look at this hawk. It caught a fish in its claws." Willow could have spent hours at the bird display, but Audrey said she wanted to see more animals. The next display contained a lion sleeping on a large lawn. The lion woke up for 5 minutes, but then yawned and fell back asleep. "He seems to have day and night mixed up," snickered Audrey. "Well, it's not his fault. If I had to hunt for my food, I would want a nap too," Willow commented. Audrey smirked and said, "That reminds me. I'm hungry. Can we go hunt for some food at the snack stand?" That's it. Give yourselves a round of applause, pat on the back, kiss on your brain, and we will see you next time. Bye, bye, bye.